In today's lecture, we're going to discuss about asynchronous bus, right? Earlier, we have understood synchronous bus. Now, today, we are going to understand what is asynchronous bus. See, asynchronous means, first, let's understand what does the word asynchronous means. I think it's really important to understand the meaning of the word asynchronous. See, asynchronous means something which is not synchronized, right? Something which is not in order, something which is random, right? So, as a name itself implies, asynchronous bus means something which is not, and whenever something is synchronized, हमने पहले के lecture में देखा था, we have seen in the earlier lecture what we have seen. Whenever the word synchronous comes, the existence of clock is all verified. Okay, fine, clock is involved. Whereas when we are talking about asynchronous means something which is random, which is not acting at particular interval of time, which is acting in a very random way, right? For that we don't need clock, right? So this is confirmed कि when we are talking about the asynchronous, no clock. When we are talking about the synchronous, then the clock was definitely there. So in case of asynchronous bus, it is not clocked, means it is not acting or it is not working at a particular interval of time. The time slots are random, right? So it can accommodate a wide range of devices, and since it is not clocked, right, since it is not synchronized, so what is the advantage of it? The advantage of it is that it can accommodate a wide range of devices. ये एक wide range of devices को अपने अंदर accommodate कर सकते हैं, अपने अंदर ला सकते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि इसमें clocks involved नहीं है. See, it can be lengthened without worrying about the clocks you. And again, one of the major advantage of asynchronous bus is that, see, we need not to think about, okay, fine, if we need to lengthen this, if we have to lengthen the bus, हमें यदि बस की लेंथ इंक्रीज करनी है तो हमें उसके टाइम स्लॉट्स को इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा, या एक टाइम स्लॉट्स को प्रॉपर तरीके से प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा. ऑल दिस थिंग इज नॉट इन्वॉल्व, राइट? सो वी नीड नॉट टू वरी अबाउट द क्लॉक स्क्यूज. And whenever as per the requirement, if we really wanted to lengthen the bus, then in that case also it's easier in case of asynchronous as compared to the synchronous bus. Why? Kyunki we need not to worry about the clock skew, right? This is clear to you. Now, what type of protocol is being required in case of asynchronous bus? See, this is a really good question कि भाई हमारी जो asynchronous bus है उसमें हम किस तरह के प्रोटोकॉल को यूज़ करेंगे. What is going to be the type of the protocol that we are going to use? See, it's going to be a handshaking protocol. Now you'll say, ma'am, what is handshaking protocols? Handshaking protocol is a protocol. See, जब भी हम किसी handshake करते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? What we do? We shake our hand with the other hands, means the two hands are involved, right? And then how the handshake take place. Similarly, the two-way communication has to be done in case of handshaking protocol. That's we're going to discuss further. Now, simple asynchronous protocol, or sorry, we are discussing first, let's say the synchronous, then after that we are going to take a asynchronous protocol. So let's take a simple synchronous protocol, right? Now, as you can see in the figure, what you are seeing in the figure, you can see the blue lines out there, zigzag blue line. Can you see that, right? Now the above, the topmost line, that is bus request. It is the request for the bus. Then the request is being granted, the bus grant. Read write address, it's going to read and write, and then the data is being transferred via bus, right? भाई होता क्या है, whenever, for example, suppose some job J1 is requiring some resource R1, right? So what it's going to do, job J1 is going to send a request, bus request, with it needs something to take that data ना, to carry the data. भाई डेटा को कैरी करने के लिए उसे कुछ ना कुछ तो चाहिए ही. So what it's going to do, it is going to send a bus request. अब वो जो हमारी सिंगल वे बस, टू वे बस, whatever the bus is there available, so अब उसने बस रिक्वेस्ट सेंड किया. अब बस यदि if the bus is empty or bus is idle, then it's going to grant that permission. And what is going to happen after granting the permission? Then the data address will be sent of the memory location from where you have to access the data. भाई मेमोरी के जिस पर्टिकुलर एड्रेस पे वो डेटा पड़ा हुआ है उसका एड्रेस बस में ट्रैवल करेगा. बस में ट्रैवल करने के बाद what it's going to go to that particular location of the memory, and as per the address, and from there it will take the data. The data will be transferred. The data will be transferred via data bus to the requisite receiver, you can say receiver, right? So that is how it's going to take place. So read and write address, and then the data 1, data 2, it's traveling. So this is an you can say that it's a diagram which is actually showing a simple synchronous protocol. See, all the agents operate synchronously. It's really important that you need to understand whenever we are talking about the synchronous, whether it's a synchronous protocol or whether it's a synchronized bus, then you have to understand one thing: the everything will take place in a particular time slot, particular time interval. The clock has been there in a particular fashion, particular order, right? So now, since we are talking about the synchronous protocol, so all the agents that are involved, they operate synchronously, means in a particular time slot, and all source sync data at same rate. By synchronous means all the source and sync data at the same rate, they are taking place at the same rate, right? This is clear. Now a simple protocol to manage a source and target. When we are talking about the simple synchronous protocol, it's very simple protocol, and it's really easy to manage it, the source and the target, via this protocol, right? Now even memory buses are more complex than this. आप ये देखेंगे कि ये जो हमारा प्रोटोकॉल है ये इतना ईजी है. दिस प्रोटोकॉल इज so easy and simple that if you'll do the comparison of this protocol with memory buses, then you find that the memory buses are more complex as compared to the simple protocol, सिंक्रोनस प्रोटोकॉल. तो ये जो हमारा प्रोटोकॉल है ये इतना सिंपल है कि इससे ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड तो हमारी मेमोरी बसेस होती हैं, राइट? सो मेमोरी स्लेव मे टेक द टाइम टू रिस्पॉन्ड. हम जानते हैं, वी नो दैट द मेमोरी हैज़ टू पार्ट, स्लेव एंड मास्टर. सो मेमोरी स्लेव में कुछ टाइम लग सकता है रिस्पॉन्ड होने में. इट नीड टू कंट्रोल द डेटा रेट. व्हाट इट रिक्वायर्ड, इट नीड टू कंट्रोल द डेटा रेट. जो भी डेटा की रेट है उसे कंट्रोल करना ज़रूरी है. नाउ we have understood what type of protocol is being used for synchronous bus, that is simple synchronous protocol. Now we are going to understand asynchronous handshake, right? We have already discussed कि asynchronous, where is the asynchronous handshake is going to be used. हमने already discuss किया है कि asynchronous कहाँ use होता है. In case of asynchronous bus, we are using asynchronous handshake protocol. Now let's understand this in detail, what exactly the asynchronous handshake protocol is all about, right? So let's see it. Now as you can see in the diagram, you can see some zigzag line out there. Then we have address bus, we have address line, then we have data line, then the read line, then request and acknowledgement is definitely there. So address line, master asserts address, and data line, slaves asserts data and next address. This is how it's going to be take place, right? And these are the T0, T1, T2, T3. I think this is the time duration, right? Now at T0 the master has obtained control. अब आप जब T0 को देखेंगे या T0 को देखेंगे तो आप यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट द मास्टर हैज़ ऑब्टेन द कंट्रोल. जो हमारा मास्टर है भाई, वी नो अबाउट दिस, वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस. द बस इज हैविंग टू पार्ट्स, मास्टर बस एंड द स्लेव बस. सो व्हेन द मास्टर बस हैज़ ऑब्टेन द कंट्रोल इन द सिचुएशन व्हेन द कंट्रोल इज ऑन द हैंड ऑफ मास्टर and assert address direction data waits a specified amount of time for slow to decade the target. तो उस केस में क्या होता है, जब मास्टर के पास हमारा कंट्रोल होता है, एसर्ट एड्रेस होता है, डायरेक्शन होता है, डेटा होता है, देन व्हाट हैपन्स, एसर्ट्स एड्रेस होता है. उस केस में क्या होता है, डायरेक्शन और डेटा है वो वेट करता है एक पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम के लिए, स्लेव्स के लिए, टू डिकोड द टारगेट, ताकि वो अपने टारगेट को डिकोड कर सके, राइट? और ऐसा किस केस में होता है, व्हेन इट हैपन्स. यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? Is this point clear to you? See what is happening at T0. The master is having the control and assert address. Who is having the assert address and control? As you can see at the T0, आप T0 की तरफ, if you see the diagram and you will try to understand, आप ऊपर की तरफ देखिए, just watch above the T0, you will see a vertical line, and vertical line is intersecting the point, zigzag point at the point, that is going to be the master assert address. So what they are saying, the master obtain the address, control and assert address. हमारा जो मास्टर है उसको कंट्रोल और assert एड्रेस कब मिलता है, जब डायरेक्शन डेटा, जब भी हमारे मास्टर को कंट्रोल और assert एड्रेस मिल जाता है तो हमारा डायरेक्शन डेटा वेट करता है. किसका वेट करता है, एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम स्लॉट के लिए, क्यों करता है? फॉर स्लेव टू डिकोड द टारगेट, ताकि उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम स्लॉट में हमारा जो स्लेव है दैट कैन डिकोड द टारगेट. दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर? Any confusion? Fine. So let's move further. Now if you see the time slot T1 at this point, now just go through the point T1, you'll see the master asserts request line. Now you'll see the intersection point of the request line. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. So at this T0 what is happening at T0? Master is asserting request line. Now let's move further. If you'll see T2, slave assert acknowledges. Slave, what is slave is asserting? It is asserting an acknowledgement. उसको acknowledgement मिल रहा है, right? Now indicating ready to transmit the data. It has got the acknowledgement. उसको acknowledgement assert हो गया. उसने कह दिया कि fine, हमारा data transmit के लिए तैयार है, right? Now if you go through T3, then you will see the master releases the request. At the T3, what is happening? Whatever releases, request is given to the master, it is releasing that request and data is being received, right? And at T4, you will see what you will see. Slave releases the acknowledgement, right? The slave bus will release the acknowledgement. I hope these steps are clear to you. I hope the asynchronous handshake protocol is clear to you. I hope simple synchronous protocol is clear to you. I hope the asynchronous bus concept of asynchronous bus is clear to you. But still, despite of all this, if you have any problem, please feel free to ask me. Thank you so very much for watching this video.